Aloha everyone. Today, Sunday, is a beautiful day. Actually a windy day here in Iwalani's garden. And what is Iwalani's garden all about? Well, you know, I call it the Iwalani's Healing Garden. So what does it heal? Well, it healed me. For those of you that don't know, I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. I was extremely devastated when they told me I was stage 3 for the 2nd time. So I came out here in my family property and started digging, plowing, planting, and praying a lot. With all of that in mind, other women started to come and share their struggles, their adversities, not only in health, but in everything else that they have gone through. Always remember, when you're at dis-ease, that's where the disease come and can manipulate your body. So here we are with the women warriors, as I call them, my very dearest friends that's gone through struggles and just came out here to share their stories, and hopefully that we can touch your heart and make a difference with you. Today, my guest is Carol Moore. We have become extremely great friends over the years, and I'm going to tell you a lot about her, but I'm going to have her share instead. I'm going to ask her to take her all the way back to her childhood and share. Again, let me introduce to you Miss Carol Moore. Hi! Thank you for coming.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for asking me to be here.
Well, you know, we've shared so many stories, and you know, you've always been that positive person, but I want to take you all the way back at childhood when you said that you have marvelous parents.
It was an interesting story. Not a lot of people know that. Well, when you see my parents, they're both pure Chinese. And yes, I was adopted. I had a wonderful childhood. Wasn't born with a silver spoon, but had everything.
Yes.
You know, at the same time. So, and I have 2 younger brothers.
Nice. All 2 of you, 3 of you were adopted.
Just 2 of us. And
Yes.
the other one, we call him the real one.
The real one. Well, that was nice because you always said they were so loving, supportive in all that you do and have done and always there. And you had goals and dreams, even as a young girl. And you would always say that, was it your grandmother that always would sew a lei for you?
Yes, yes.
Because you were born May 1st.
Yes.
You're the May Day, Lay Day baby.
Yes.
So from a very young age, you were groomed to receive lei on May Day.
It
Want
was
to tell me?
Very special. It was always special. I attended Maryknoll schools growing up from 1st through 7th grade, and every year she would make me a pink pua carnation lei.
Ah.
Thick, smells like perfume. And now it's so hard to find. But
Yeah.
it made me feel very special. So I'd go to school with this lei on May 1st, you know, the pink carnation lei, and everybody would have lei. So it was like a big festival. It was such a nice day. You know, back in the day, everybody wore lei.
Yes, and it's so, sorry.
Sorry, no, for all occasions.
Yes.
It didn't have to be May Day.
Yes, and that's what I miss. You know, over the years, people become lazy. They don't want to go and pick flowers, but it was such a great tradition that everybody wore lei on May Day. So now I'm going to move you forward. You got married.
I did, very young. And had
Really?
2 wonderful girls.
Yes, you do. And one attended.
One attended Punahou, and the second one attended Kamehameha School.
Yes, and how was it with one at Kamehameha and one at Punahou? Was there any kind of rivalry? Because, you know, the 2 schools always, you know, ribbing each other that way.
Always, always. No, they were very different educational philosophies.
Yes.
I noted, and neither are good nor bad. It was just
Yes.
different.
Yes.
So with Punahou, it was more empowering the child, and a lot with Kamehameha, it was supporting the child with the ohana. So it's very, very different approach. And both worked for each one of them.
Nice.
It was a appropriate school for each of my daughters that they attended.
Well, you know, another thing, you were always ambitious. As long as I've known you, you've taken an opportunity of hardship sometimes. You know, we struggle, we have adversities. We can write a book on adversities. But you always took the bull by the horn, not scared, and took it as an opportunity. You want to share a little bit about that, Carol?
Well, I mean, there's so many areas to start, I guess, and I think you and I talked.
Yes.
The struggles word isn't even in our vocabulary.
No.
So we're making this funny joke over the phone that it's just a pothole.
Yes.
You just got to go through it, go around it, and you will get past it. You know, because we all have to face those every day. You know, on the roads and our struggles.
And that's it. You know, for ladies out there, please, I said it before, don't get into a pity party because, you know, again, that brings you down. And trust me, I've been there, done that. I went to the pity party and whoa, why me? Why now? How come? And then I started thinking more and more, if I'm going to waste this energy of things that happened to me, there's really no growth. And again, as a single mother, you know, raising 3 wonderful daughters, it was devastating for me. Hello, you know, I'm the ego queen, and I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to start all over again? I dug deep into my talents, which you have. You have all your talents. Share about your talents and your perseverance.
Well, businesses have always been my, actually, it's been my safety net. It's been my emotional support to have businesses to always go back to, especially when, going through a divorce and, many other things that I went through. Looking back at it, though, I think everything was a blessing. It was supposed to happen for a reason.
Oh, absolutely. You have always been an entrepreneur. I never went to college, shame on me. A little bit small kind, but not the kind that you're going to graduate, but with degrees. But I do have my PhD. I do, of hard knocks. I've learned so much. I just had to get in there and make something and do something and not be sorry for myself. And you had the same attitude.
Yeah, it's having the businesses were just almost out of a sense of necessity, and then it became rewarding. It was necessary because I didn't have that nice diploma.
Yes.
I attended Kamehameha schools. I went through some college courses, but never finished. Didn't have that degree.
Me too.
And so I didn't feel that I could walk into a big company and go, hi, this is me. Here's my diploma. I want to be your marketing manager,
Yes.
So it was mostly street smart. A lot of figuring out business and what works for people. And for me, business is just relationships and it's communication and, always filling that need that people need.
Yes, and I believe too, ladies, that you're struggling out there, dig deep into your soul, because it's about smiling. Give it away, it's for free. It's about your personality, because people can read you if you walk in there with a heavy heart and, again, sharing outwardly all your problems you never did. No matter what was going on, you turned it right into a positive and made it happen. What was one of your greatest business opportunities?
Wow. The greatest business opportunity, I think, was starting my very first business, which I did with my ex-husband. We were a graphics and advertising firm. And we just had a baby. Our number 1 was born. She's 20, almost 28 now.
No, wow.
And we needed someone to go out and sell the graphics that we did. And so you're looking at her.
Good for you.
But it was very rewarding. People really enjoyed what we did, and we helped their business grow. So that was what kept us going. Well,
again, I said earlier in all of our talks that aloha is not a word, aloha is an action. So when you go in, as you do, and have you done, to go in and be bubbly and smiling and taking that opportunity, no matter what you was going through, you knew you had to forge forward. You cannot, again, going to that pity party, ladies, knock it out, to say, hey, when the kukai hit the kahili, what you going to do? Shake it up and we move. So that's what you have to, that's what you've done. But you know what, with all of that as a thought, keep that thought and I'll be right back, okay? Thank you for watching. I want to thank my sponsors for Meirzadeh Bless. It's a phenomenal moisturizer and it helps the entire face. And don't take my word, you should try it yourself. I don't want to push anything on anybody. I just know it worked wonders on me. Remember, for me, the blessed, it has blessed me. Aloha. All right, we're right back again. Carol, what was the drive that helped you overcome that struggle going through the divorce? I know it's not easy, especially in an Oriental family, as we know, and being that huge entrepreneur that you're already getting noted in the community and having to face that and now having nothing, ground zero, and having to start all over again.
Very scary. I would tell a lot of women out there that if, when they're ready to make that choice to move out of a relationship, it's a lot harder than it seems. But my motivation was my girls, of course.
Yes, of course.
You know that you had to still provide for them. You couldn't go crazy and Lulu,
Yes.
You couldn't break down every day and cry,
yes.
Even though inside you wanted to, because things were hard, very, very hard, financially and emotionally. But you still got to drive them to school. You still got to wash the uniforms. You still got to make lunch. So I think that kept me going. you know, and the hardest times were when they weren't with me, when, you know, they had to go to their dad's house. Those were the loneliest times when you realize that. You know? And they were very, very young, but they definitely kept me going.
You know, and it's really good because you were, you know, positive that way, because when you're from a broken home, you want your children to love both sides, to let them know that they are loved. It has nothing to do with the parents breaking up and having to rebuild yourself, and you had that advertisement. Then you started to jump into another type of business. Because I know you have a wealth of businesses. You
I
know,
love it.
The old cliche, she got them, no scared them.
You're so funny. Oh, but I love, and all the businesses worked together. It was just one thing that came up after another. And again, it was creating and filling that need, you know, and then it was rewarding, because when I filled the need, the clients, the customers, the friends that became out of it, they were my extended ohana.
Yes.
You know, all my clients are friends. They became friends.
Yes.
You know, and everybody that I work with, I treat them like family. And hopefully even the ones that I employ feel the same way about me, because, you know, really couldn't do it without everyone.
You know, again, when you're at dis-ease, the disease will overcome and take over your body. And you were struggling with a lot of that, you know. I mean, you kept all your stress inside, which a lot of the women do. They do, and men. And before you know it, you start building your body out. But all of this stress, because you're an actress, you know. You want to do everything's fabulous.
That was my peace when I could eat, and it was so satisfying, you know, back in the day. But, you know, I did have the stomach surgery. I did have the gastric surgery.
Well, it was killing you, that's why, to get bigger, right?
It was a health issue, yes. And, you know, us Hawaiians, right, and multiple ethnicities, high blood pressure was creeping up, and it wasn't going away. It was pre-diabetic. You know, all the symptoms were there, the signs were there, and I struggled with trying to lose weight and get healthier for years before I made the decision. And the decision wasn't even mine to make. You have to qualify.
They have to.
That took 2 to 3 years almost, because in a program.
They had to run you through a lot of testing, emotional testing, physical testing, and they decide definitely you are a candidate for it. You needed it.
I needed it.
For your good health.
Yes.
And may I ask, how many pounds did you lose?
Oh, I'm sorry to say. Over 150. It was a big transformation, but, you know, the health reasons, and a lot of people can probably justify this as well. The blood pressure goes down immediately.
Oh yes.
You know, because you can move. I mean, I can't remember when I could run. This was a couple years ago after the surgery. I was like, oh, I'm running. You know, there's things you just don't realize you couldn't do when you're larger. And but it changes your eating habits, that's for sure. That's what it's meant to do.
Yes, and you're an epitome now of good health. I would call her and I said, what you doing? Well, I'm working with my personal trainer, full 5 hours. She's running, she's exercising. And you worked out and you tightened all your muscles. You didn't have any other surgeries, because she was determined to bring it all back, and phenomenal.
Thank you.
You're amazing. So ladies out there is hope, you know, in your body, in your mindset, in your thinking, your approach to good eating. I mean, now you watch all that you eat. You're a great nutritionist, you know, and she exercises. I mean, for me to hit the walk out to the gate, I'm tired already. But but she runs all of Waikiki, and you're just wonderful. So what's the message that you need to tell the women out there that struggle with weight gain?
You know, when you successfully, weight gain for me was satisfaction. You know, eating the zip pack plus the hamburger and the fries. Oh, I felt like I was in heaven. Yes. You know, now it's just I can't eat as much. So the satisfaction has to come from other things, like working out, or doing something, doing hobbies, or working, of course, which I don't consider work. So diving into work. You love working. I do. It's not work. I shouldn't call it work. I just enjoy what I do.
Well, you had goals and dreams, and when you called me one day, she's real kukuruks, you know. She goes, oh, hi, Iwalani. She said, I decided to run for Miss Lady Queen. And I said, excuse me? And she said, yes. I said, you speak Hawaiian? No. I said, do you make lei? No. Can you hula? No. And I said, and when is this? 2 months. Okay. Can you call me back later? I hung up and I took a deep breath. This lady's crazy. The phone rings again. Oh, hi, Iwalani. Did you hang up on me? I said, oh, no. I got disconnected. I'm thinking, this lady's crazy. She's making me nuts. And so she won. She won Miss Layday Mayday Queen. What year?
2016.
2016. She was phenomenal. She danced hula, she had to oli and, make lei. And I was there, with her journey, and it was just wonderful to see her determination, her passion, and the drive. And that's what I share with all of you. If you have a determination, the passion, and the drive, you can almost do anything you want to do. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, you will achieve. And she's a product of that. So you want to share a little bit about that?
I would love to. And I have you to thank. Thank you for giving me that experience and for unselfishly giving me all your love and your time, your commitment. And boy, that was something, because we started from nothing.
Yes.
I mean, hula steps and everything.
Oh, yes.
It was amazing.
I said, do you know about flowers? No. Do you put lipstick? No. How about false eyelashes? Never in my life. I said, come over here now. I'm going to teach you all of that.
But you were very tough, and it was good because you didn't say yes to me right away.
No.
You asked me over to your house to talk to you
Yes.
about why. I was like, I was getting really nervous, and this is my interview. I hope I pass, because this is do or die now,
Yes.
So, and it started out like that, and it ended up being a great friendship. Thank you.
It is. That's true. I had to meet her face to face and say, okay, this lady is going to jump into a competition. We got 2 months to go. And she's telling me all these wonderful things that she wants to accomplish. And that's the key, ladies and men out there. Again, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, you will achieve. And she's a product of that. I mean, I'm just so proud of you. That's why I'm holding flowers on my lap. I'm looking at you. And she was up all night long making a triple plumeria lei, which died on the way here because it was so hot in the sun. I mean, but in life, we have to learn to laugh at ourselves. Laugh at ourselves because, we won't allow anybody else to laugh at us. So I laugh at myself first. And that's the pleasures in life that if you can enjoy, because, we're only in this journey once, and that's really, really important. So talking about our journey, I'll be right back again. Hold that thought. Aloha.
Yes.
Hi, aloha, welcome back. I've been talking about For Me to Bless, and actually here is a 24 karat eye lift. You know that I need all the help I can get. I'm extremely vain, you know that. I'm 70 years old and I want that eye lift without going under the knife. So if you're ever interested, 24 karat For Me to Bless eye lift. Text me, ask me more questions, look it up. Aloha. Aloha, welcome back again. I was digging deep with Carol and bringing out so many issues that she's willing to share. And that's the greatness of you. So how would you do this as a 30-year-old or talk to yourself as a 30-year-old? Would you repeat everything again? You have no regrets?
Honestly, I don't. I don't have any regrets. I would tell, if you ask me, what I would tell my younger self was that take everything with a grain of salt. And it is going to be tough. Life is never going to be easy, And I think kids today are a little different. Oh, I want to be happy. I want to feel good. I'm only going to do it if it makes me feel good. But life is going to be tough, but you can get through it, ups and downs.
I think it's awesome for ladies and gentlemen out there. For the most part, not everybody's born with a silver spoon in your mouth, and you can almost create that illusion of yourself, how you dress, how you educate yourself, how you present yourself. But people don't really know the struggles that you're actually going through. So nevertheless, don't be scared to take on that challenge, because it's an opportunity for you to grow. Remember that. It's not something to say, oh, I'm having a hard time. Oh, I only have $1 in my pocket. Well, take that $1 and make it $5. Do something about it, and that's important. So the legacy that you do want to leave behind for your children and grandchildren is to
always believe in themselves, and hopefully they know that they can get through anything. With just determination, and even like you said, fake it till you make it.
Amen. I'm good at that.
You make it. No, yes. I mean, this is truth. And you mentioned this to me once, because I always tell people, you are on stage the minute you get out of that door.
Yes.
Whether you're saying good morning to your postman or, the milkman, or you're going to the supermarket, I think that's always important to be real, but show that side.
Well, I admire you so much, knowing the struggles, but you kept 2 girls in private school. You had a phenomenal daughter. Both of them are just amazing. You took them traveling all over every chance you got, and they really had no clue. I think for the most part, our children have no clue the struggles because everything was gifted to them. Here you were adopted. Here you went through a divorce. Here you had through crashing of businesses and bankruptcies and everything, and yet still this tower of strength, beautiful, smiling. So our children have no idea of actually what we've gone through. I never went to private school. I had very little college. Oh, I'm really ashamed. Yeah. But I had to work. I had to build a business. And because with my business sense from my parents and determination, people thought, again, I had my PhD and I just would smile and I said, yes, of hard knocks, but again, it's all about the faith that you have within yourself, improvements, empowering yourself, moving forward, having great self-esteem and confidence. So how do you get that? You can. Trust me, you can. And if you can't, come to the garden, let's talk about it and just make it happen. Make it happen in every way possible. And looking at you, how many more other businesses you have going on right now?
Oh, 3 others. So Estate Liquidators Hawaii is the antique store.
The antique store.
Certified appraiser. The moving company, ELH Moving Company. So we do moving services. And my newest, which is my baby, it's called Tony's Lamps and Shades. So it's been in Hawaii since 1956, and I'm lucky to be the 3rd owner, only the 3rd owner. It's a great business. Lampshades, electrical repairs. So we're a little factory in Kaimiki.
Again, because we're all getting older, I'd like to say, don't fight with yourself. There's no time to fight, ladies and gentlemen, but ladies, because we're fighting against time. Okay, remember that. No time to fight with yourself because we're fighting against time. Take every opportunity as being positive as possible. Take every opportunity of your struggle because it's going to make you stronger. Take every opportunity when somebody's bullying you, you cannot have that kind of personality yourself. Take every opportunity when somebody cannot smile, then you smile more. Just everything that someone is doing to you in a negative way, turn it around to be positive in every way possible. Please remember that we are keeping distance. That's 3 feet and 3 feet. That's 6 feet between us, if not 6.5. We're doing social distancing because it was brought to my attention. Someone said, how come you guys not social distancing? In the garden, and we have a wonderful cameraman. So he's another 10 feet away. So we thank you all for watching. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for sharing. And please remember, aloha is an action. It is not a word, and you're not alone. Be blessed, be forma blessed. And I'm going to talk to you more about that until we meet again next Sunday at 4 o'clock. Aloha and a hui ho. Thank you. Knuckles. Aloha, everyone. Do you know every Sunday at 4 o'clock, you're going to see my women warriors sharing their most inner stories, inner secrets, and just hopefully we can touch someone's heart out there. Hawaii no ka'oi. We share that aloha spirit. Aloha is an action, and the action is that we love you, we care about you, and we want you to know you're not alone.